Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. David Freak Tierley here, joined by Xpecial and Wild Turtle from Team Solo Mid. So you guys started this week out, well, I guess ended the week out, you're already done. You guys came 2-0 this week compared to an 0-3 week at MLG. What was the big change that got you guys doing so well?
Honestly, we didn't even do anything special. Like, we only scrimmed about 6-7 hours in the 2 days that we had coming back from MLG. We're one of the few teams that had to fly out to all these events and to the LCS. And so, like I said, we had very little practice. But the big thing was we weren't playing against, I mean, no offense to Coast and Velocity, they aren't like the best teams in LCS right now. They're on like the lower four. I mean, we're lower four too. So we just played our plan. We still lost lane like we did at MLG, and I mean, we played fine after that, and that's kind of what carried us. Plus, Darius played phenomenally, same with Reginald, and we just won.
So, Wild Turtle, in your words then, why is it you guys are losing lane right now?
I don't know. I'm just too aggressive, I guess, and then every time I get ganked, it's like, yeah, it's sad.
Why is it you guys tend to pull so much attention from the enemy junglers right now?
Maybe it's the fact that we're probably an easy duo to gank, I guess, right now.
Okay. Xpecial, any thoughts?
I would have to agree with that. Like, there are times when I have wards down on the opposite side of the river, and the jungler runs through the ward, and everyone on communication voice, they were like, "Nocturne's coming," and then Turtle is like, "Okay, guys," walks up and dies. That's stuff that's been happening pretty regularly, but it's one of those step-by-step processes, and I feel like as the weeks progress, Turtle's gonna die less and less, and we're gonna win lanes.
All right, we're going to run to track your deaths per game then at this point, and we'll hopefully see a down to the right curve. So then let's talk about actually the specific game you guys just played. And we've now seen twice in a row Rengar banned away from Coast. Where'd that come from?
Well, we hoped CLG did the research because we did a bit, and we knew that Rengar is a pick that that is on Spartan. Like, he has played before. He hasn't played in LCS, but he has played before, and Rengar has seen a huge resurgence in solo queue. Only Rengar plays like only Rengar, and he's doing really, really well. And I figured, hey, you know, if CLG banned it and Zion plays it, you know, we don't want to deal with it.
All right, and so then coming into the rest of this game, you guys have been playing a lot of Draven Wild Turtle. It's been one of your big champions, and it's really been popular, the split in general. I think he's still the #1 AD carry this split, at least in North America. Why is this Draven so popular?
Draven's just really popular because he can do a lot of damage with like 0 items. I think that's the biggest thing for him.
All right, so just a lot of early game power then,
Yeah.
and doing a bunch of stuff there. All right, so then last question for you guys. 2-0 this week. You've got, I guess, this is week 4, so you've got 5 more weeks of games still to go for TSM. You said you're in the bottom 4 right now. What's it going to take for you guys to get in the top 4?
Well, I think if CLG loses another game, we'll be tied for 3rd with like 4 other teams or something like that. So we're not that far away. It's just we need to push our record into something more like last split, where, you know, we only had 7 losses. Like, we're almost there already. That's kind of bad. So we got to step up our game. We're gonna have to review why we're losing lane phase so often, and just make sure it doesn't happen again. Like, I don't like losing lane phase in the game. I was like, damn it. So gotta fix that.
All right, well, good luck, of course, to you guys to fixing your laning phase problems, and hopefully we see you guys make your way back up to the top 4. Guys, thank you very much for your time, and of course, we'll see you in the rest of the weeks throughout this split. And of course, TSM, a phenomenal team. But we have more phenomenal things going on today. We've got 2 more games today, and to break down some of the ones we've already seen, let's send it over to Kobe.
All right, thanks, Freak. I've got one clip here. Back from earlier in the day, we had Curse versus Cloud9, and up until this point, it was an extremely even game, barely separated by gold. And we're gonna set this one up at the mid lane. You can see Cloud9 are waiting on Sneaky over here on Ezreal to get to this turret. They want to desperately defend this turret, but it's getting very low, and Sneaky really, really close. So they're gonna let him get a few steps away. All right, let's roll this at half speed, and we'll see how Meteos down here in the bottom side corner is going to set this one up. He waits till the very last tick of this turret, then goes in, hits Voyboy and Edward with his knockup. All right, pause it here. Now, we just had Balls with a really, really good Rumble ultimate over here. to follow up with the knockup from Meteos. And St. Vicious does a good thing. He immediately pops his paranoia, so then he's going to take away the vision of Cloud9. But Cloud9 are such a tight-knit group, they don't care. Even without the vision, they continue all in, and they're going to destroy Voyboy and Curse right here. So let's continue this clip. Here we go. They come in, boom, Cataclysm right on there. And for some reason, St. Vicious, he ultimates right back into this active volcano that they had set up right here. And now, Curse just get destroyed. Let's pause it here. Cop, again, everybody wants to finish the fights. They want to try and get something back. Meteos does a good job baiting Cop over here, so they flash out to try and get another kill, but he's going to go down too. So let's finish out this clip. Cop uses his flash and his barrier, so 2 more summoners were drawn out by Meteos sticking around with low health just to bait Cop in. Cop could have flashed over that wall and tried to run away, but he's manly too. And so the lesson from this is that you need to act with unity as a team unless you've already lost members. And then you just need to pull out and leave them for dead. So we're going to send it back over to the guys at the desk.
Thank you very much, Kobe. And now that the first 6 games of this Super Day are in our match history, let's take a look at the updated standings. Cloud9 is still reigning at the top with Vulcan sitting in second, and CLG holding down third at 6-5.
Thanks to their wins, TSM has climbed into a tie for 4th place with Team Coast, while Dignitas, Curse, and Velocity round out the bottom of the standings.
And if you thought that was cool, wait till you see our next 2 matches.
Up first, Velocity and CLG battle for their first win today, and then Skara and Dignitas look to reset their day against ManCloud and 2nd place Vulcan.
So go light up a couple sparklers and get your butt back to this browser, because the North American LCS 4th of July extravaganza. We'll be right back after a short commercial break. But first, the pros weigh in on which player's game needs to get buffed the most in the new 3.8 jungle.
The 3.8 patch was probably the biggest patch for us. It was really hard adapting because there's so many changes, and it really hurt a lot of the champions that I played.
On patch 3.8, Kha'Zix got really nerfed, so that's one of Kai's favorite champs. Whenever he was open, we just first pick him and it's like free win. But now that he's nerfed, we can't do that.
I think that this patch affected Zion Spartan the most because he always does wolves or double golems. He'll get to level 2 fast, push up his lane, and he'll have like a 10 CS advantage and he'll dominate his lane.
I think Saint will be quite affected. He's more of a carry jungler, so he can just do buff to buff, farm out the jungle, and you'll be like level 4 or 5-ish.
I'd say Cloud9. One of their main goals is to put Meteos ahead early by messing with the enemy jungler, and it's a lot harder to do that now.
Every time a patch comes along, it's whoever adapts the fastest is going to win.